times 0. What do you think that means? Take a quick guess, a quick thought. Think about it. What could it possibly be? The source of these bones, the location, the rotation of these bones. You don't have to worry about position because they're all attached. You can't move them. You can rotate them. The rotation here, right now at frame 0, that's where we're at, is going to be copied to destination 0. Now you might ask, well, Nick, I can't believe that. What kind of crap is this? What use is that? We'll just hit OK. As you can tell now, we've got a keyframe for all of these bones here. Now, let's move on down the slider here. This is going to just be a short little thing here. You will love this, I'm sure. Rotate this thumb in a crazy, ridiculous position. Move on back, you can see it goes. Now, what if, at here, you didn't want it to be here. You wanted it to, to be in a normal position instead of fudge it in the face like it is now. Well, if you hit 0, it will copy the position that it's at 0 to frame 33. You see how that works? Hit OK, and Shazam! It's where it needs to be. Now, why did I have you do this? Well, what I want you to do is double click on all these things so you can select all of these fingers, which are, again, in a normal, perfect, open palm position. Right click again, just to be safe, and I do this all the time because Max is a sneaky program. He's gonna steal your stereo if you're not looking, so you gotta be 2 steps ahead and be waiting in the room with the shotgun. So what I want you to do is right click on here, and this is a neat trick with Max. I don't think you can do it with Maya. I don't use Maya. My IQ is underneath 1 million. I can't figure it out. You can assign negative keyframes, and these will affect your actual keyframes. So, for example, if I have a keyframe at -1, it will, well, you know what? We don't need to worry about that for fingers. I'll get to that later. Just assign these to a negative number that isn't 1. We'll use -1 for a lot of crap later, that you can remember. Now, for me, I don't know about everyone else, but I like to use the number -47. I think that's real helpful. So, again, if you can do this, source times 0, where they're at 0, we'll change it to where they're at -47. Perfect. Now, let's do one more test here to make sure this all worked out the way we wanted it to. Rotate this finger in a crazy, ridiculous position, and then you say, oh no, I don't want it there now, I'm going to put it to a regular position. Well, right-click, -47, hit OK, and bam! Punched in the face. Back to -47. Remember that number. Oh, you can name anything you want to. Your birthday, your dog's birthday. Get creative. Creativity is what drives animation. As if I know what I'm talking about. Okay, as you can tell here, this is hideous. So let's fix that right now. This is so difficult for me to see, and I seriously can't. See, I'm one of those guys that has like a 1,000,000 by 1,000,000 resolution. Look at my resolution here. It's crazy. I got icons out the yin-yang. I'm too lazy to take them out. It's the way I like it. But, I mean, I get on my nerves sometimes when I'm so used to the high life of 1280 by 1024 when I revert back to the resolution of the serfs and peons of 800 by 600. It makes me homesick. This is not going to be pretty, and I can't think of anything actually unique to do with this that I haven't already done 1,000 freaking times before. And I came to the table and I said, I'm going to do something different. Don't let me do a boring setup like I tend to do. Oh, I think I said that last time. Holding control when you click stuff allows you to click more stuff. Words of wisdom, pearls of wisdom. Let's see, I can show you this. This is real helpful. And this is a big important thing, so those of you who aren't paying attention because I'm talking about stupid stuff, you had better start right now, or it's the corner in the dunce hat for you. Click on your base fingers here, and move your own fingers. See, this is wonderful. Look at your hand, if you've got a hand. If you don't, well, you've got one. Look at it. Now, ask yourself, the two joints, the two lower bones of your fingers can only move one way, while the base you can spin it around. Do you know what I mean? You can move it this way. Well, I think I've got it locked on. Click on this hierarchy tab here with these bases selected. Come over here to link info. You see this? I've got these restricted onto the y-axis only. Now, for example, ignore what I did right there. You can move your fingers this way, and you can move your fingers almost that way, if you know what I mean. The base of your fingers, you can go all over the place, while these here, these two, are restricted. Always remember that. You could do all kinds of things with the base, but do not rotate these ever outside of the y-axis. These should already be done on this rig, so you don't have to worry about these. But it's important that you understand that you can and often have to change these. These are important. So while you're here, and you may have already figured this out, this link info thing here, this lets you constrict movement. So if you don't want these fingers, that's my roommate sneezing. What are you doing over there, Nick? He's breakdancing. Restrict these to the y-axis, and as you can tell, they only move along the y. We're going to use this for now, and I like to constrict it to the y-axis when I'm initially setting these up. Sometimes. Today we're going to do that. I'm gonna kick it into high gear here, so I'm gonna shut up and start getting to work. And I guess this isn't gonna be all that pretty, because honestly, I haven't got a million years to do this, and I take a long time when I do this stuff. Don't tell anyone. But I like to get real obsessive over how these things are held. So obsessive, in fact, that I stop eating until it's done. I don't call out of my room. God, it's difficult to, for me at least, to. I haven't learned the technique of selecting very well. Man, my computer's going like 5 frames per second. Screw you, Camtasia 2. Trial version. Piece of junk. Also, your thumb, the base of your thumb, you can move anywhere, as you can see here. I don't have it locked up or chained, but these two here, I do. Ah, see, oh, I'm thinking. I'm ready to go. That's what I call good enough. Good enough's oftentimes what you want to strive for. People like put a lot of pride in their work. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Oh, it's good that you can line this up here. This is always helpful to spring down into wireframe mode here. Like I said before, get creative with your positioning. You can never have a wrong position. Don't let anyone tell you can. I don't care if you want to hold this gun with one hand and have crazy, I'm talking the craziest animations, like it would make, Arnold blush. Do it. Do it if for no other reason for your own fun, because that's why I'm doing this. I wasn't blackmailed into doing this. Of course not. Do it for your own fun. That's why we all do this crap, isn't it? And if you say no, well, then maybe you're looking for a job. Good work. Make a good game. Or something. That's looking good enough, as you can tell here. And I don't know if you can see this. This is important right here. I'm moving the mouse over. It has to look as if you're gripping this stupid thing. And over here, I don't want to say it's bunk. What's going on over here? It's not bunk. It's not unimportant. But you don't have to. This is important. Zoom extents is off in your friend here. You don't have to obsess over what's going on in the area that you won't see too often. If you can catch what I'm throwing here. It's nice